According to the U.S. National Library of Medicine, ever since 1950, the number of eating disorder cases in adolescents has been steadily increasing. This is closely related to how often we are revolved around the media, and we need to put an end to it. There is no reason why teenagers should feel like they aren't good enough for the standards that society has set. The main reason behind why teenagers are beginning to develop or have eating disorders is because of the media. Have you ever stopped to think about how much time you actually spend revolved around the media? According to broadbandsearch.net, the average teen spends 6 to 7 hours on social media per day. This includes, of course, billboards, magazines, advertisements, and more. The media has created the perfect body for all genders and has led to many eating disorders. This has teens feeling the need to constantly be working out and trying all sorts of diets. For example, most of you have heard of or have used the app TikTok. Ever since quarantine started, my For You page has been filled with tons of workout videos and even some diet videos. These videos typically have between 20 and 80,000 likes. One thing that I noticed is that almost all of these videos were created by girls my age and that they all had what is considered to be the ideal body for a girl like me. TikTok is known to have pretty people go viral. If you don't look a certain way or your body isn't the ideal type, it's been common for those videos to not get as many likes as someone who has the perfect body. This happens on other social media apps too. Teens are rewarded for having the ideal body type by getting likes and fame. And because of how successful recent influencers have become, more people want to go viral. Do you see the domino effect? This is causing teens to feel insecure about themselves and creating a judgmental society which only adds to teens hating themselves and their bodies. However, according to blogs.psychcentral.com, some say that even if the media was taken away, eating disorders are still around, which is a valid statement. Even if the media was completely gone, teenagers would still suffer from eating disorders. But because we live in this world where the media is such a big part of our everyday lives, the standards and images that teenagers are expected to uphold in order to feel good about themselves has all of us comparing ourselves to someone who is thinner or more lean, which is how the entire process begins. Now, there is a difference between eating disorders and having unhealthy eating habits. Eating disorders are psychological disorders which impact the way a person lives day to day and include severe stress or concern over one's body weight or shape. Unhealthy eating habits include skipping a meal, binging, starving yourself, not drinking enough water, and so on. But because we all strive to have this ideal body, even though we all have a different body type, we're constantly seeing false advertisements that say that in just a couple steps we can reach the ideal body type. Most of the time, we're told that we need to eat less, which is how we begin having unhealthy eating habits, and for many teens, it turns into eating disorders. The media has a great impact on the number of eating disorder cases to increase, and it has influenced how teenagers feel about their body and their mental health. Many teenagers believe that being happy means being thin, but it doesn't. According to dpts.washington.edu, one study reports that at age 13, 53% of American girls are unhappy with their bodies. This grows to 78% by the time these girls reach 17. Isn't that sad? It's sad to think about a young 13-year-old girl who dislikes her own body before she even began to grow. Now let's take a look at some facts about models. Studies show that 40% of models suffer from an eating disorder. These models have the ideal body that every teenage girl wants, yet they struggle and hate themselves. One of the many misleading things that the media puts out is that by being thin or muscular, it means automatic happiness. What the media doesn't put out is what they eat, how often they work out, and their lifestyle in general, their day-to-day lives. We all live our own lives and cannot copy the lifestyle of someone else. Not only that, but we're constantly being told that the way we were made isn't beautiful. We're always told that we need to change. We need to eat less calories and work out every day to achieve the healthy body, which is portrayed as thin with no fat around the waist for girls and either lean or super muscular for guys. One thing the media leaves out is that everyone has a different body. Some people have a faster metabolism, which allows them to burn more calories throughout the day. Our bodies digest foods at different speeds, so many different ways. But because the media correlates being healthy and being thin, it's brainwashed many teens to think that being thin means being happy and healthy. Because of how largely we live through the media, it has made an impact on teenagers' mental health and has led to eating disorders. Although some may say that the media is not to blame, because of how surrounded we are by the ideal body, we begin to compare ourselves without knowing what people may be going through. The media plays a large role in the increase in the number of eating disorders within teenagers. So the next time you compare yourself to someone you see in an advertisement or on Instagram, remember that the media only shows the good parts. Being thin or muscular has nothing to do with your happiness. Your physical features do not define who you are. Thank you.